Michigan softball on an absolute tear right now. The Wolverines have a 10-game win streak going, averaging more than 7 runs per game during that span, while also hitting 14 total home runs. Oh, by the way, this isn't Michigan's first 10-game win streak this season either. They did the same to close out the month of March. Just lots of positive momentum going right now in Ann Arbor. Here to talk more about that is Michigan head softball coach Bonnie Tholl, joining the show now for today's big interview. Coach, first of all, thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate the time. And how's it going?
Things are going well. I appreciate you having me. And there's classes just ended here in Ann Arbor, and students are approaching final exams. And we're playing some good softball. We have a couple of fun other things going on campus, and we are just enjoying what we love to do, our passion for Michigan and our passion for the game.
Well, it is very evident in the way your team is playing right now. Let's start with recent events. Friday night, first of all, it was a huge series sweep last weekend over Nebraska, but Friday night, a 9th inning walk-off. What was your message to the team going into those extra innings?
Well, previous in the game, in the innings, we had a few bases loaded situations that did not come through for us. But my message afterwards was that we're never, ever going to give up. And we have this Winston Churchill theme going on right now. And so we utilize a few of his quotes. And we did get runners on base. And so that was the key. And that was my message, right? We were getting people on base, and we were going to ride that momentum. And in whatever it took for us to score the runs, which was a solo home run, we were going to make it work for us. And so we took the positive out of that as opposed to looking at how many people we stranded on base. And we kept that momentum rolling through the weekend.
Your team has had quite the momentum. That was your 3rd walk-off in 4 games. And another notable one just about a week prior against Iowa, sophomore utility Maddie Rys broke an 8-8 deadlock with her first career home run. Just her 5th at-bat of the season, she goes up and delivers like that. What went into the decision to put her into that position, and why was she able to deliver in that moment?
Well, there were a lot of situational items that came into play there and substitutions. And at that point, we had to pinch run a few innings earlier for Ava Costales. We had put somebody in defensively for Ava at first base. And so it was time to Ava to come up to hit, but she was unavailable. We had exhausted her. And so Maddie Rys was in that spot. She had only had 5 at-bats throughout the whole season at that point, but she's been swinging really well. And so we went with her. And, I told the team afterwards in the locker room, we coach, your coaches coach because one, we're competitive. We have a passion for the game. We're competitive, but mostly just to watch people have their moments. And this is what keeps coaches in the game, and watching Maddie Rys have her moment. And it was a great moment for her and a great moment for Michigan.
Oh, man, it was just fun to watch from a distance. I can only imagine being in that dugout, being in the locker room afterwards. Your team just playing so well right now. You've got a big series coming up against Penn State. What's the focus of this group?
Well, the focus is on the Michigan Wolverines, right? What we do in our circle. And what's most important for us is to remember our identity, what we do well. And we're going to keep rolling with what we do well and focus on that. Sometimes when you get distracted at standings or your opponent, it takes away from who you really are and your own identity. So we're going to draft off each other, because definitely everybody has a role to play, and everybody's picking it up. When their teammate's down, someone else picks it up. And so we're going to stick with that Michigan Wolverine identity. We're going to play the game right. We're going to play the game hard and bring the energy.
Well, along the lines of picking each other up, one of your players, senior Kaylee Rodriguez, received the athletic department's Austin Hatch Adversity Award this week after dealing with cancer in 2022 and 2023. What's it been like watching her journey, and what type of inspiration has she provided your entire team?
Well, it's something that you would never wish on anybody or any team to go through. But the lessons that K-Rod, as we call her, has taught all of us is to persevere. In moments in life, they're going to be difficult. And I tell the team all the time, life is not like a calendar. You don't put things in a calendar and it go exactly as planned. And that's exactly how it went with Kaylee. She did not plan this. We did not plan this, but she was adaptable and she was resilient. And all those things that you ask your student athletes to be in moments of competition, she had to do it in life. And the perspective that Kaylee has is well beyond her 22 years on this earth. And that's what she brings to us. She brings that resilient piece. She's that inspiration for us when we think things are difficult on the field, when we can't get a bunt down, when we can't execute a pitch, we have Kaylee to look to give us that extra inspiration, to know that we can get through a lot of things that we see as difficult. We can be adaptable. And it's incredible to have Kaylee back in the dugout, to have her back in school and doing what college students do, loving their life from 18 to 22. And we're thrilled to have her.
Saw that she threw out the first pitch maybe a week or two ago. Man, that had me teary-eyed just watching the video. So just incredible resilience, and love to see her being back out there and around the team. Now, your team also has an effort going on to help raise money for the American Cancer Society, the 15th annual Michigan Softball Academy, coming up next week. This is something that's been ongoing. Your team looking to be the first NCAA Division I softball team to raise $2 million for an outside organization. Can you tell us more about it?
Wow. So it's incredible. The people that have gotten involved over the past 15 years to make this thing go. And it started off as a small clinic for adults, for their opportunity to get on the field, to throw the ball around the field, to learn a little bit of some of the fundamentals that they see in our student athletes on a daily basis, to really interact with our student athletes. But it has grown so much bigger. We joined in the fight against breast cancer and really all cancers. And it helps to create research. It helps to create programming and funding for all of that for the American Cancer Society in making strides against breast cancer. And it is such a thrilling night. It is an energetic night. The stories our student athletes have going through a clinic and being the coaches and teaching people from age 21 to 80 on the field, running around bases and sliding and doing all the things they love to do. They're able to share it with the community and engage the community. And we are nearing the $2 million mark over 15 years. And when we first started this, we never would have thought it would have had the lifespan that it has. And it has made such a difference and such an impact. But here's the biggest thing. Not only does it impact those who are afflicted with the disease and their families, it makes such an impact on our own student athletes. And when you talk about the student athlete experience, our ability to host the Michigan Softball Academy and show our players that there's a time to pay it forward, and this is what we're doing. And I love the life skills that it teaches them.
Well, Coach, congratulations on all the success your program is having, not just on the field, but off the field. Truly, that's what college athletics are all about, teaching those life lessons. And it's clear you are doing an excellent job at that. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by. We look forward to watching your team as you approach the postseason.
All right. Thanks so much.
One last break to come here on Big Ten Today. Dave Wanstead is back with the inside scoop on what the war room is really like on draft day and how trades come to fruition. Much more insider information to come.